morning or whenever you're watching this. So I'm talking about, the mindset of getting wealthy, saving money. So some things have to change, once you start realizing, oh, I want better for myself. Oh, I want to have this financial freedom and not depend on my 9-to-5 job. I want to have money to buy the car I want and live in the house I desire and go around the world and travel and see places that you've never seen before. And you know this because you're on this video. Your 9-to-5 isn't going to take you there. You could climb your corporate ladder all the way up to the top, and you're still capped out at somewhere. And you could be the RM. You could be someone who's actually making good money, but you still have a responsibility to be at that job for at least 40 hours a week. And I don't know why people want to do 40 hours a week for the rest of their life, but there's people really content with it. And you and me, we're not like that. So that's why I'm making this video. So to talk about things that need to be talked about and need to be taught to people, right? My life has changed in less than a year. When you start learning about your mindset and about wanting better for yourself, the information comes to you, and not out of your brain, but you start asking questions, you start talking to people, you start listening to videos, you start asking ChatGPT, you start reading financial books. It's just like that because you want it that bad, right? You start learning information. Now you don't want to stay in the learning information part for forever now, but you start learning information, your mindset starts changing. Instead of, oh yeah, let's go out to party this weekend, you're like, you know what, I don't need a party every weekend. I went last weekend, I could take a break. You're not going to change to this new person overnight, but it happens so silently. And it's like, once you're there, once your mindset has completely changed to where it used to be, you look at everybody else and it's like the people around you, the people that you see every week, the people that are on your social media, it's like, what are you guys doing? Then you just see them posting parties and stuff like that, and it's like, dude, I'm no longer interested in this life, and you start to become alone. Like, you only see select few people that actually are in the same path as you. Maybe not doing the same thing, but in the same path. I know you've probably seen the picture of the crowd, and there's only a few people going this crowd, but everybody's going that crowd. Something like that. That's what I'm trying to say. And once you start seeing the world differently, and not about having fun all the time and spending all this money and living paycheck to paycheck with nothing for a buffer, that's when your life really changes. Not because you got more money, not because, you're getting stuff, and it's because your mindset changed. Before you get wealthy, it all happens in your mind first. It all happens here. And then, once it happens here, you put the action on top of it. And once you put the action on top of it, that's exactly how you get to where you want to go. I've never saved a dime in my life. Last year, 2025, I started saving. It was like, I can't even remember, but it was so little. In December, I probably had maybe $25 max on my savings account, right? And my mindset has shifted so much to where I love saving now. And when I can't save as much as I want to save in the month, I am upset. I am mad. I can't do anything. Like, I feel like I'm failing. Like, I need to make this money, Like, I need to catch up. I'm missing out. But the truth is, I never used to think like that. I never used to have that mindset of, okay, I need to make this money. I need to have this money here. I want to have a buffer. Because if I get fired tomorrow, Then what? I'll be living off my parents, living off people, having to move house to house and staying with friends and not having anything for myself? No. So that's why it's so important. Your life truly changes after you make your first $1,000 in your savings account. After you make your first $2,000 in your savings account. Wherever you are at right now. After you hit that first grand, that first 3 figures. 3 figures in your savings account. And after that happens, it's like you could push for more. You continue to push for more. You know you have it in you. You got it. You have it in you after that, because if you could save your first $1,000, what's stopping you from saving your first $2,000? And then what's stopping you from saving your first $3,000? Nothing is stopping you, because you know you can do it. You will find a way. And that's the mindset you need to have. And I'm not trying to sell you or anything, but I did make a free guide on like our money reset, 30-day money reset, and it's link in bio, link on my channel. And with that, it's just something that could jumpstart your mind, you know, to start thinking, okay, this is how I need to think. This is where I need to position my mind, my vision. This is what I need to do. Because when you get that right, everything else is not a smooth path, but everything else starts to become clear. The path in front of you starts to become clear. You start to see the rocks forming on the side. You start seeing the trees. You start seeing the clouds. You start seeing the path that starts clearing. Like you might have some, you know, some places where it's a little rough, it's a little rugged, and you're like almost losing your way. Because I've lost my way multiple times within this whole journey. Within my whole journey of changing my life, I've lost it multiple times. But then I got back up. Currently, I'm coming out of a place where I just lost like my path. Like I was like in my head, and I was thinking, okay, like what do I do? Like I was in my head, and I lost the plot for a little bit. And I'm back in it, you know. And that's what's gonna take to get where you want to go. You're going to have to lose your path, lose your way. It's not perfect. You know, it's not perfect. It's going to be hard, and that's the beauty in it. That is so beautiful, because when you come out on the other side. No matter how small the testimony is, no matter how small your goal that you hit, you still achieve that goal. Because when you come out on the other side, it's like, wow, you can look back and be like, dude, who is that? Because I'm no longer that person. So you got it. So you completely got it. Okay? You got this. And yeah, that's how I really changed my mindset and how I really think now. And if you like my content and you like how I speak and everything, feel free to hit a subscriber. Gotta flip-flop from platform to platform, but subscribe, you know. Look at the rest of my videos. They're the same thing, honestly. You know, trying to build up the mind, build up the wealth, build up the money, build up the path. That's all I talk about. I am very passionate about this. So if I helped you today, drop a follow, subscribe, and a like.